Well, Woody, it seemed like the errors not only were important today, but just the timing of the errors really hurt you guys. Will you just talk about that defensively?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like yesterday's game, we didn't play well enough at all to win the game. So, um, I thought the leadoff walks, the early walks in front of the top of their lineup, the mistakes, just we're not playing well. We got to fix it. We got to play better if we expect to compete and win Major League Baseball games. We're not doing really anything well right now. Our bats weren't great. There was some really undisciplined at times. Later in the game at bats, and if we're going to try to scratch and claw our way back into a game, that's not how we get it done. So there's a lot of things we need to improve on right now. I felt like early on we were playing okay. We were just a couple of maybe a pitch or a swing away every game, but today and yesterday were two of our worst games.
Martin seemed like he had some good moments, but what did you see from him overall?
Yeah, I mean that third inning was the kind of unlucky a little bit, I think, in that for that 3-run inning. But once again it was 2 outs. The Trout double, that was an unlucky. The ground ball to the right side. Those are just, they kind of credit to them. They didn't try to hit 3-run homers. They sprayed the ball all over the field, and I guess the lesser guys used the whole field, and they beat us. Like I said, they didn't hit balls at 110 miles an hour. They played baseball. And I think that's one thing we need to get better at, especially when we're going to get back into games. We had a chance to kind of get back into that game numerous times, and we just, we either tried to get too big in a swing, or, like I said, we're a little bit undisciplined, but we got to be better than that.
Do you have a theory for why you guys are not playing as well as you expect at this point?
Do I have a theory? I don't know. I'm not a philosopher. I don't know. I think we just need to all look at each other, and we need to stay together. That's the biggest thing. It's not, the end of the world. 2-7 is not what we expected to come out of the gates. I think it's just going to challenge our group, challenge the togetherness in that clubhouse, and, the character I believe in. And I've said that a lot in spring training, and I did tell the guys that it wouldn't be easy. These teams have come out and punched us in the face a little bit. We need to fight back, but we need to do it together, and we need to get a little bit more discipline. We got to start making some plays. We got to start, competing out there and not shying away from it. And I think that we got exposed a little bit. Maybe it's youth or inexperience in some of our guys, but they just seemed a little bit, timid instead of just going out and attacking. And that's not the style of play that I want to see, or anybody on the staff wants to see. And I know those players don't want to see that. So we just listen. It's a challenge, and we gotta face it.
The second thing was kind of off of what Leslie asked from the start, but I mean, if you look at free 90s, like you talk about free 90s with walks, errors, stolen bases, pass balls, I think you allowed 16 free bases today. Do you keep track of free bases?
Yeah.
And when you hear a number like that, what does that tell you?
It's alarming. That is not what we're about, and we're not going to win any games if we continue to do that. The free bases, I mean, the walks, the leadoff walks, the 1-out walk, the non-competitive walk, every single one of them came back to haunt us. And I know we're better than that. But we got to take ownership as a group. That bullpen, the starting staff, our hitters, everybody. We got to kind of like rally around and say we're better than this, and we have to play better.
Adolis hit his second home run of the season today. I know that last at bat was he chased that last pitch, but it seemed like he had a good day overall, especially after going over 4 yesterday.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a huge homer to get us kind of back into it, especially after they scored 3. Like I said, that was a moment where the game could have gone. We could have taken the momentum and kind of run with it, and maybe climb back into the game or taken the lead, but we didn't mount much after that. But as far as Adolis goes, yeah, I mean the last at bat was a little frustrating because it was, that's a pitch he's got to learn how to take, especially when we're down, regardless of whether we're down or not. I think that's a situation where he has to, be a little bit more disciplined in the 3-2 count. But yeah, it was nice to see him hit a homer there.
And I just wanted to ask about Willie, just because it's off day tomorrow. He's having like phenomenal at bats. It seems like, and every time he does hit the ball, it goes like right at somebody. But has he benefited a lot from the new hitting coaches? From year over year.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's just he's really just bought into the process of the at bats. knowing what a good at bat is, knowing where to look, and being stubborn. I think that I was actually surprised when he swung and missed at the 3-2 pitch. I don't think he's done that in a while, especially on a fastball. But yeah, his at bats have been great. He's been really stubborn and disciplined in the strike zone, and been able to get good swings off and hit the ball hard. Unfortunately, sometimes it's landed in their glove, and that was like a ground ball to right field, where the second baseman was. But just encourage him to keep going because he's having good at bats.
With the starters going short and the bullpen getting all this extra work, I mean, is there anything you can do about it? I mean, you just have to wear it until the starters are stretched out, or can you start pushing them a little more?
I think both. Yeah, I mean, we definitely can push them. We obviously it was more strategic today to get, Martin out of there. We felt like the matchups were better, and then obviously gave up 4, but yeah, I think they'll be stretched out as far as pitch count wise. We just have to pitch better. We have to limit the runs and give ourselves a chance to get 5 or 6 innings at times. But they'll be close to being fully stretched out. At least this start or the next start after that.
So that was kind of playing off what Jeff just asked. You weren't going to let him face the right-handed stretch of that lineup a third time. Was that the strategy going on?
Yeah, I mean, it was third time around. We had, some available arms. Obviously, we have an off day tomorrow. We felt like at that point that was our best chance to win the game.
Was that strategy going in, basically, that he was not going to face that group?
No, not necessarily. I mean, shoot, if he's pitching well, I don't care who he's, if he's pitching well, it's different. We just, at that point, we had what we felt was a good option, in the 5th inning. We were only down 1 at the time. We felt like that was our best chance to strategically win the game because we did have some guys available.